Jeff Cannata here with another NLB Mini, this time an NLB Mini preview. I had the opportunity to check out the new upcoming indie game Narcosis. It's a game you may have heard about. It's getting some buzz right now because of its Oculus Rift support. But the game itself is a really interesting premise over and above the technology used. It's a survival game set at the bottom of the ocean. Basically, you're a deep sea diver and something catastrophic happens and you find yourself alone inside a suit walking along the floor of the Pacific Ocean. So you have to collect oxygen to survive, you have to manipulate your environment in certain ways to avoid being attacked by undersea creatures and figure out what's going on and try to stay sane at the bottom of the ocean. The really interesting thing about this is, according to the developers, there's absolutely no supernatural elements at play here. So it's not like you're going to run into, giant alien sea creatures or crazy monsters at the bottom of the sea. It's all based on real things you might encounter down there, and it's really more a drama that has to do with what's happening inside the mind of the protagonist. A buddy of mine, friend of the show, Jeff Mattis from Weekend Confirmed, is doing voiceover work on the show, on the game, which is how I got connected with these guys as well. So I should point that out that I have a friend involved in the production. But it really was exciting to see the tone and message that the game is putting forth, the narrative. You start inside the suit and you hear the character recounting certain experiences that he's had in the past tense, and then eventually as the game progresses, you'll come into the present tense and try to fight and stay sane and not have hallucinations as you're low on oxygen, etc., etc. I played about a 15-minute demo, really just kind of a proof of concept, it seemed to me, but it looks really beautiful, walking around, lots of wonderful sea effects, and it's a very small team of developers that are making this. You're inside the suit, so you feel very claustrophobic, and you move really slowly at the bottom of the sea, and the audio is fantastic. You hear the breathing of the protagonist in your ears, and as crazy events start happening, your breathing will increase, which will use up more oxygen. So you have to maintain that oxygen level by finding oxygen in the environment or doing things to stay calm. Also, light is a big part of the game. It's at play in the fact that you've got a flare that you can send off and illuminate other areas, or you can shut down the lights of your suit to try to stay dark and not alert the sea creatures to your presence. So lots of tension. It's a survival horror game. So if you feel, I definitely have underwater claustrophobia issues, especially feeling like you're inside that suit. And then, so I played it all on a laptop. Looked pretty cool, looked pretty interesting. But of course, all the big buzz for this game is coming from the fact that it's going to support Oculus Rift as well. And we then tried it again inside the Oculus Rift, and it really is quite a different experience there. Seeing it, being able to move your head freely inside the suit, so you can look down at your gauges and check your gauges, and then look up into the environment and see the sort of rift, chasm, cave sides that you've fallen down into. And then the 3D is so effective to maintain that feeling of being inside underneath the water inside that suit, and having little sea anemones and particles float by it is stunning, and it really shows a lot of promise. I'm really excited about this game over and above the fact that my friend is involved, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. It's probably going to be a while off yet, probably a 2015 game, but man, I'm so excited about what the Oculus has to offer, and this is a really interesting, unique premise over and above the Oculus. But with that Oculus support, I think this is going to be a game that one of the big publishers should snatch up, because it really is the perfect application for that headset. Feeling claustrophobic and then having something actually on your face to make you feel that way, man, it was quite an experience even with that short demo. So keep your eye on Narcosis as it gets closer to release, and keep your eye on this space for more NLB minis throughout the week and the weeks ahead. Don't forget to subscribe, like us, and check out jeffcannata.com with 2 N's and 1 T for more updates about what I'm doing.